Hello and welcome. You are now looking at the website leadpages.net. And Leadpages is a cloud-based tool designed mainly to build landing pages and sales pages with special tools to optimize those pages for both sales and lead generation. The application has sales page templates as well as API integration with online lead generation and email applications. The idea behind Leadpages is for individuals to be able to create high converting landing pages without having to know code. It provides individuals with curated pages based on the performance of those pages. So in this course, we will work with the Leadpages application, understanding the basics in order to build landing pages, sales pages, and opt-in pages. We will walk through the process of building pages using each of the three wizards to generate leads, to make sales, and then business pages. We'll also cover the integrations and features that Leadpages gives you in order to generate activity for your business. In the next video, we'll discuss pricing options for you to purchase Leadpages to use in your own business. You're now looking at leadpages.net, and what we're going to do right now is we're going to look at the pricing on Leadpages. So we're going to visit the page, and what you're going to notice is that there are two versions. There is a standard version and then there is a pro version, and you can pay monthly on both of those versions. And so you'll notice that as the recording of this video, there's an obvious difference in the pricing, and there's also an additional version called the advanced version that has more features. Now, in looking at the differences between the standard version and the pro version, you're going to notice a couple of things in addition to the weekly group coaching. One thing you'll notice is that you can take online sales and payments with Leadpages. And that basically means that if you have Stripe, you can use Leadpages to take payments in order to deliver your digital product. You can also do split testing as well as email trigger links, which you'll be able to do some level of email segmentation. You can also do opt-in text campaigns along with your Leadpages system, and then you'll be able to get access to some discounts with their partner companies. So given the nature of the features of the pro version, we're going to take a look at the pro version in this course. And so what we're going to do is we're going to set up our account using the free trial for 14 days, and we're going to go ahead and click this Try Us Free version. Leadpages will then have you set up your account. Once you do that, you'll come to the page where you'll either use your credit card or your PayPal account. You'll then be asked to fill out a questionnaire about what kind of business that you'll be doing while you'll be using Leadpages. You'll then be asked to enter a branded subdomain for your Leadpages. Now obviously you'll be able to mask this, and then you'll be asked to enter your website so that Leadpages will use it in order to determine what your brand's colors will be. And if you don't have those colors, you will then be able to click a link, and then you'll be able to choose colors based on your own preference. Once you do that, you'll then be ready to start using Leadpages to create your pages. Welcome back. Now once you've signed up for Leadpages, you will have access to the affiliate program. And you'll find the affiliate program by going to the top right, and you'll see it all the way at the bottom of your menu. You can click that link. What you can do then is you can start by creating an affiliate account. You'll be asked to fill in account details. You'll then be asked to give details about your business. You'll be asked to select your primary promotional method as well as your secondary promotional method. You will then be asked to enter your media properties or websites. You'll be asked to enter your account administrator information for your affiliate account. You'll be asked to make a statement about your tax arrangement. And then you'll be shown the terms of the affiliate agreement, which is that you'll earn 30% of net sales. Once you agree, you can then type in the characters. You can agree and submit your application to become part of the affiliate program. Welcome back. Now before you start creating pages, you're going to want to set up your tools for integration with Leadpages. And to do that, you're going to go to your right-hand side menu, and then you're going to go to this link that says Integrations. Once you get to Integrations, one of the first things you want to do is you want to set up your autoresponder for use with Leadpages. So depending on which autoresponder you have that integrates with Leadpages, you want to choose that autoresponder. In this case, we're going to choose MailChimp. In order to connect MailChimp, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to go inside of your MailChimp account and get an API token. Once you're inside of your MailChimp account, you're going to want to go to this Extras area. You're going to want to click API Keys. Once you've created your API key, you want to copy it and then head back to Leadpages. You're going to enter your API token and then you're going to click Connect. Once you've done that, Leadpages will tell you that your account is connected successfully. You can choose to enable or disable double opt-in with this tag. Once you have it, according to your preferences, your autoresponder will then be set up to use with Leadpages. Welcome back. Now in this video, we are going to set up a webinar system to use with our Leadpages. And to do that, we're going to go to our right side menu. We're then going to click on Integrations. When we get to the integrations, we're going to click on this link that says Webinar. You're going to notice one webinar system, and that's going to be GoToWebinar. And what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to connect your GoToWebinar, and you're going to click this Connect button. That'll take you straight to your GoToWebinar login. And if you have an account, what you'll need to do is you'll need to log in using your username and password. You'll then be brought to a dialog inside of GoToWebinar. You're going to need to click this Allow button. And once you've done that, then your GoToWebinar is going to be connected to your Leadpages. Now, if you'd like to use Leadpages along with Webinar Jam, you can do that, but you'll need to use a third-party application called Zapier to make the connection. It's possible also to use Zapier using Zoom.us in order to connect to your Leadpages. However, the only direct connection to Leadpages using a webinar system is going to be GoToWebinar. Welcome back. Now you can also set up Leadpages to deliver your lead magnet. You can have that lead magnet hosted either on Leadpages, or you can have it hosted someplace like your Google Drive or your Dropbox account. So what you're going to do is you can go to your right side menu, and then you're going to go to this link that says Lead Magnets. And you're going to see that you're going to have a button here that says Create New Lead Magnet. You want to click that button. And what you want to do is you want to give your lead magnet a name for a specific download, and you can either paste your URL here or you can upload a file. So for this lead magnet, what we're going to do is we're going to paste in a URL. And once you've pasted your URL in the lead magnet name, you can write in a sender email and a sender name. Now this email is still going to be sent through Leadpages. However, you're going to have an email according to Leadpages that's going to appear in the reply to field. And the same thing is going to be true with the name. You'll then want to use the WYSIWYG editor in order to write a message to the individual that will be receiving your lead magnet. Once you have your message written and you have everything the way you want it, you can then click Save. Then your lead magnet will be ready for use with your pages. Welcome back. Now Leadpages will allow you to set up a domain to use with your Leadpages. And to do that, you're going to go to your right side menu, and then you're going to see that there's going to be a link here that says domains. You want to click on that link. It's going to bring you to this page, and what you're going to do is you're going to click this button that says connect a domain. And you want to write in your domain name here in this dialog box. What you're going to do then is you're going to go into the DNS settings of your domain name. Right now we're inside of the DNS settings for a domain name in GoDaddy. And in that domain name, you'll notice that there are 3 records currently there. What we're going to do is click the Add button, and then we're going to select the A record. What we're going to do in the host area is we're going to put the @ sign there, and we're going to point it to an IP address as directed by Leadpages. Once we do that, we're then going to click Save. Once you do that, Leadpages will give you the option of redirecting people if they type in www into your domain. If that is the case, what you'll need to do is you'll need to click this button, and then you'll see additional instructions. If that's the case, what we're going to do is we're going to add in a CNAME record, and then we're going to write in www into the host, and then we're going to write in a URL as specified by Leadpages. We're then going to click Save. And once you've connected, the process can take up to a few hours in order to complete, and once you have it, you'll then be able to use your own domain name inside of Leadpages. Welcome back. Now, one of the main benefits of using Leadpages is to use their template system. And to access those templates, all you'll need to do is to click this button that says View All Templates. And you're going to see their templates available to you. You're going to see 2 sides. You're going to see a link that says Drag and Drop, and you're also going to see a link that says Standard. So in this case, when you're looking at the drag and drop templates, of course, you can sort by the kind of template that you might want to use. For example, if you were to sort for upsell or bonus templates, you'll be able to see that Leadpages has templates available. Now, one of the other things you're going to note is that you'll see that the templates are going to be sorted by conversion rate. So those templates that are considered to be most successful are going to be to the top and to the left. So once you find a template that looks the way you want it to be, you can then click on the View page, and then you can click Use this template. Leadpages will bring this into your canvas. You'll then be asked what you want to call the page. Once you do that, you'll then click Enter, and then you'll have access to the tools to make changes to the page. So for example, you'll see here that you have an edit pencil. We're going to click that edit pencil, and we can change the background image for this background, and we can make several other changes to the background to suit what we're trying to do. In order to close out that background, you'll need to click that X, and then you'll be back onto editing the page. You can then click on the widget page, and this will give you the ability to add widgets into the page where you want them to be. So for example, if you wanted to add in a video, you can drag and drop that video into an area of the page that you feel is going to be most appropriate. And of course, you can add in an image. You can add in another button. You can add in forms. And so basically, you have the ability to customize the page in the way that you want it to be. And it could be that you don't necessarily like everything that's going to be on your page. And so in this case, if we wanted to do away with the image, all we'd have to do is then click on that button. That would take the image out. We can then come back. We can add in a widget and place another image in this area. To do that, we'll just need to click this button. We'll then click on the image, and then we'll select the image from our hard drive or from images that we've already uploaded. So what we're going to do is we're going to click this Insert button, and that's going to then make it part of our page. And of course, we have options to hyperlink to the image according to the way we want it to be. So basically, what we're doing with Leadpages is we're taking advantage of their WYSIWYG editor in order to make the kind of changes that we want for our particular market or niche. Welcome back. Now, inside of the template area, you can also use standard templates, and that will be the tab to the right. If you click that standard template tab, what you're going to find is that you're going to see a different set of templates that you can use and then alter. And so what we're going to do first is we're going to take this preview button. Then Lead Pages will then load the template. We can then decide to use the template. And then that's going to give us a template for us to be able to edit in the same way that we did the drag and drop template system, except that working with these templates are going to be a little more manual. And you'll be able to see the content and the areas that you're going to be working with on the side panel. So if you click inside of this area and you click this, and so if you click on the WYSIWYG editor, and you'll see the highlighting on the left side menu. And so all you'll need to do is to go to the area that you want to change. You want to click inside of the area, and then you'll want to make the changes. You see we've made changes at this subtitle. We can make changes to some of the other titles. We can make changes to the images. And in this case, what we'll need to do is we'll just need to upload a new picture to fit into this new image. Once we have our picture, we click on the picture, then we click Done. So basically, although we're not using a drag and drop element system, we can alter the templates to fit what it is that we're trying to do. And once you have your changes the way you want them, all you need to do is to click the Done button. You'll then need to save your page. You'll then be required to give your page a name. And then you'll click Done. You'll then want to click Save. Now in this case, we'll need to make sure that our individual form is then connected to our autoresponder. You're going to be prompted for that here. We're then going to go into our form. We can then make our email list available. We can integrate it with lead notifications and integrate it with our webinar host. We're then going to click Customize this form. And we will then be allowed to save our page. Welcome back. Now you can also create a lead page from scratch. In order to do that, you'll need to go to this button. It says Create New Lead Page. You can choose any one of these three areas. You'll then see links at the bottom, and one of them will say Start with a blank page. You want to click that link. And then Lead Pages will then open up your canvas to create your page. You'll then want to give your page a name, and then you'll click Continue. You'll then have access to these three features on your left side menu in order to add elements to the page. So to change the page layout, you'll be able to add in sections that you'll be able to come back and change. So for example, we can change a section style. We can add in columns so that we have divided areas. We can add in additional sections. And we can add in additional rows. Once we have our sections, we can then add in widgets and elements to these areas. So for example, we can add in video to specific sections. We can add images to specific sections. We can add in buttons to specific sections. And you can navigate each of the properties of the individual things that you're changing by clicking on top of the element. And you'll see here that you're going to get a dialog box for that specific element. In this case, we're going to click the Edit button. We can edit the elements of this image. To go back to our panel, all we need to do is to go to the left side menu and click that area and close up the page layout. We also have access to different page styles, where again we can change in the font style. We can change the page background color. We can change the page width. And we can add in our favicon as well as to add in any custom CSS. We can add in tracking elements to our page, whether those tracking elements are Facebook or Google Analytics. So basically, by using the elements on the left side menu, we can customize a page to look exactly the way we want it to look, and then add in our elements by using widgets. Welcome back. Now, when we use the Create New Lead Page button, that's going to take us to 3 separate areas that we can go to. And we can go to each one of these areas in order to use a wizard that will give us access to certain tools that we can use in order to make it easier to create specific kinds of pages. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go into the lead gen section. We're going to click on this button in order to create a page for a newsletter or an e-course. And what you'll notice is that these layouts are optimized for high conversions specifically for this purpose. And we can take any one of these templates to use them for our newsletter or our e-course. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on this one in the middle. Then Lead Pages will bring up its template onto the canvas. We are going to give our page a name, and then we're going to click Continue. What you'll notice then is that you have access to each element of the template. And so what you can do is you can change the background, and you can do that by going to this pencil, and you'll notice that we have an image here in our background. We can change that image, and we can also make changes to the image for the logo. We'll do that by clicking this pencil. All we'll need to do is then we'll need to change out this image. We can upload an image that we want to have there, and then we can reinsert that image. And you'll notice now that that image is right in our screen. So again, you can customize the images that are going to be on your newsletter. You can change the copy inside of the area. If we double click inside of here, we can also click into our copy. All we need to do then is we'll need to make sure that we edit our sign up button. And what we can do is we can change the link to this being what we want it to be. And one thing you'll want to do periodically as you're making changes is to click the Publish button. And once you do that, your page will then be complete. You'll then have access to view your page. Welcome back. Now in this video, we're going to use the Create New Lead Page button. We're then going to use the Generate Sales wizard. And this time we're going to use it to create a free guide. We're going to click on this button. And you'll notice then that we have access to several different templates that we can use for a free guide. We're going to choose the one in the middle. Then Lead Pages will bring up our canvas. We're then going to give our page a name. Now in this case, the most important thing that we want to be able to edit is going to be our button. And so what we're going to do is we're going to click this link that says Edit Click Event. And you're going to notice then that we're going to have a pop-up which is going to come up with My Lead Box. We're going to click Edit. And then you're going to see that what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to make sure that our email integration is going to be edited. We're going to need to click Edit Integrations. And then we're going to make sure that we have our integrations correct. And so to do that, we're going to click Add an Integration. We're going to make sure our MailChimp is then added. And if you were using a different autoresponder, you would have integrated it already, and then that option would come up for you. We're then going to choose a specific list that we want people to be sent to. And what we can do is we're going to give our form a specific name, and this is going to be a name internal to Lead Pages. We can also make sure that we have our fields correct, and we do want the email address to happen just as it is. We then want to choose our actions. And what we can do is we can determine where we want the visitor to be sent. We can have the visitor sent to the default Lead Pages thank you page. We probably don't want to do that. We probably want to have them sent to an external URL of our choosing. Now, if we have already added our lead magnet, we can have our lead magnet delivered from this place. Now, if you don't see your lead magnet, you'll need to make sure to click this button that says Refreshing. You'll then see your lead magnets that you have set up at the beginning in your account settings. You can click Select a Lead Magnet, and then you'll click Save and Close. Then the individuals that will be added to your list will also be sent the guide in their email. And of course, you'll make any other changes to the copy that you feel are necessary. Welcome back. Now in this video, we are going to create a new lead page. And this time, what we're going to do is we're going to create a new webinar or event page. So we're going to go to our Generate Leads wizard. And then we're going to click on this button that says Webinar or Event. And we're going to look at the templates that are going to be available. And so what we're going to do is we're going to use this first template. Lead Pages is then going to load the template into our canvas. We're then going to give our page a name. We're then going to click Continue. Now the two elements that are going to be most important in this case will be your countdown timer as well as your button so that people will be added to your webinar. So the first thing we're going to do is look at our countdown timer. So to do that, we're going to click this Edit button. You're going to see that we have our countdown here in this area. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to click this button. We're then going to choose a specific date. We'll then need to tell the countdown timer what to do at the point at which the clock comes down to 0. We can choose to do nothing, or we can redirect the individuals to another URL. And if we want to change the color, we can do that. And then we will have changed our countdown timer. What we also want to do is we want to change our click event, which is going to be our webinar. So we want to click this event. We then want to choose and click on our lead box. We then want to click on our integrations. And we want to make sure that we have our integration with our webinar system. So we'll link into our webinar system here. And we'll click on our webinar service. What we will then do is we will look for the webinar that we want to send people to. If you don't see it right away, you'll need to click this button that says Refresh List. You'll then click on the webinar that you want, and then you can then save your form. You can then go to your fields, and then you can choose your actions. If you want to have individuals sent to an external URL, once they are registered, you can do that. Once you do that, you can then click Save and Close. And then you will have successfully edited your webinar page. Once you do that, you can then click Publish. Once you have it, you can then click View Your Page. Welcome back. Now in this video, we are going to use our templates in order to create a page for a free consultation. So to do that, we're going to click our new lead page, and then we're going to click on this panel that says Generate Leads. We're then going to click on this button that says Free Consultation. And then our page templates will then be available. We're then going to choose the page template that we like. Then Lead Pages will load the template into our canvas. We'll then give this page a name. We'll then click Continue. And the most important aspect of this page is going to be the button for your free consultation. So you want to make sure to click this Edit Event. And then you're going to edit the pop-up form that the visitors are going to see. And then this is going to be the page that they're going to be sent to. So you want to make sure that the integrations are correct. And so you definitely want to have a lead notification sent to the email that you have on file. And then what you may want to do is you may want to have the individual added to a specific webinar. So if you're going to record the consultation on GoToWebinar, what you can do is you can set up that webinar in a specific area. You can click on that webinar. You're going to refresh the list. And the webinar that you would have the individual added to would be the one that you set up specifically for you to record your consultation. Of course, then you can edit any of the other fields. You can edit the actions. And then once you've done that, you can then click Save and Close. And once you have your elements the way you want them, you can then click Publish. You can then view your page. and then you will then be able to schedule a consultation. Welcome back. Now in this video we're going to click this create new lead page, and this time we're going to use the middle panel and we're going to click this button for the sales page wizard. And this time you're going to see both drag and drop templates available as well as standard templates available. And what we're going to do is we're going to choose a sales oriented page. And we're going to take the video sales page, we're going to view it, and then we're going to click use this template. Lead Pages is going to load the page into our canvas. We are going to give our page a name, and then we have our page. Now what you're going to have here are basically going to be two main elements. Of course you're going to have your headline and subheadline, which you will edit as you would any other text inside of Lead Pages, but you're going to have your video as well as your buy button. So the first thing we want to do is we want to edit this video, and we're going to click the edit button, and then you're going to have here an embed code that you want to place inside of your video widget. Now of course this means that you can use a YouTube video in order to embed. However, you're not limited to YouTube videos. You can also use other video services that have an embed code. So what we're going to do is we're going to place an embed code inside of this area, and it's going to be a Vimeo embed code. So we're going to click save, and you will see your thumbnail in this area. So now what we're going to do is we're going to click our click event button because our buy button is now inactive. So we're going to click this add click event, and what we're going to do is we can then choose how we're going to have our button interact with our customer. So if you have a PayPal external link, all you'll need to do is to click this link, and then you're going to use that external URL in this area. What this will mean is that you'll need to go inside of PayPal. You'll then need to create a button. You'll then need to create all of the parameters for the button. You'll then need to know where you're going to direct the buyer once they have purchased the product. And then you want to get a link from PayPal, and you want to get it from the email side, and you'll see it highlighted in yellow. And you're going to take that link and then you're going to place that link inside of Lead Pages on the button. Now note, we're just displaying this URL. What you would place here is the actual PayPal URL. Once you have that URL in, you're then going to click save. You can decide then that you want this checkout page to open up into a new window, and then you'll just need to click inside of the page, and then your page will be updated. Once you're then ready, you can then click publish, and you can then view your page. Welcome back. Now in this video we are going to create a new lead page, and this time we're going to use the business page wizard in order to create a mini site. So to do that, we're going to go to this create new lead page button, and then we're going to go over to this panel which says something else or business pages, and then we're going to click on the panel that says mini site. And then this is going to open us up into mini site templates. We're going to choose one of the mini site templates which works best for us. So once we view the template, we're going to be able to use this template by clicking this button. Then Lead Pages is going to bring the page up into our canvas. We're then going to be asked to give our page a name. Once we do that, we'll then click continue. Now there are several elements to this mini site that are going to be important. First is going to be our logo, which again we can edit simply by changing out the image. We're going to click this edit pencil, and then we're going to choose the image that we want. If we want to upload an image, we can do that, or we can choose from our existing images. And the other thing you're going to take note of is that you're going to have two links, and these links are going to lead to other places on the page. So if we click this edit click event, what you're going to notice is that this is going to lead to a specific page section. Now we can take this out if we don't want to do this, but this editing is actually going to take place for something that's further down in the page. And you'll see that in this About section that's also in the mini site. And those two links are to be distinguished from this button, where if we click the click event, you'll notice then that we determine where this link is going to go, if it's going to go to another lead page or an external URL. What we can do is we can then change this to be similar to the other links by jumping to a specific page section. And then as long as our page section is listed, we can then click on that page section so that our button will then lead to that area. So in terms of the mini site, if you want to name your section, what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that you open up your section settings. And then you're going to click on the Y section settings. You're going to notice then that this is called the Y section. And to change this, we can then add in what we want this section to be named so that we can jump to this section using the method that was displayed earlier in this video. And so you can do this with any of the page creations that you use, but it will be especially helpful when you're creating mini sites. Welcome back. Now in this video, we are going to use the lead page wizard to create a thank you page. So to do that, we're going to click this button. It says create new lead page. We're then going to click this third panel, which says something else or business page wizard. And then we're going to click this middle panel that says thank you. So now what we're going to see are going to be the thank you page templates. And so we're going to choose one of the templates. We're going to view the template, and then we're going to click use this template. Lead Pages is then going to open up into the canvas. We're then going to give our page a name. We're then going to click continue. Now on the thank you page, obviously the most important thing will be that the individual that comes to this page get what they were promised. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to add our click event. I'm going to click that link, and then we're going to determine where we want the individual to be sent. In this case, what we can do is we can send the individual to a page that we have previously created. So if we click go to a lead page, we can choose any of the other sales pages or opt-in pages or download pages that we have already created. Then all we'll do is we'll click on the actual page. That page will then be in place. We'll then determine whether or not we want it to open into a new window. Once we do that, if we click inside of the page, our page will then be ready as a thank you page. All we'll need to do then is click publish, and we can then view our page. Welcome back. Now in this video, we are going to use our lead page wizard in order to create an About Me page. We're going to click this create new lead page. We're then going to go to this right side panel, and then we're going to click this something else panel. And then we're going to click this area that is an About Me or bio page. And then you're going to have a limited number of templates to choose from in order to create an About or bio template. Now these templates are again sorted by conversion rate. So in this case, we're going to choose the highest converting template. We're going to look at the template, and then we're going to click use this template. Lead Pages is then going to load the template into the canvas. We'll then want to give our page a name. Once we do that, we'll then click continue. Of course, we may want to change the background, which we can do by changing out this image. But what we want to do is we want to scroll down, and then we want to make sure that the image is reflective of what we want it to be. We'll then click this image, and then we'll upload the new image. What we want to do then is we want to then write in the information that we want to be seen. Once we've written in the headline, we'll want to write in our copy. Then we have access to share buttons. We can choose to remove the buttons and only have the ones that we want available. Once we've completed the About Me page, we can then click Publish. Once we've done that, we can then view our page. Welcome back. Now in this video, we're going to create a Coming Soon page. And to do that, we're going to click on this button that says Create New Lead Page. We're then going to click this right side panel that says Something Else. We're then going to click this panel that says Coming Soon Page. And in this case, we're going to select the Sold Out page. Once we view the template, we can then click Use this template. Lead Pages will then load this into our canvas. We will then give our page a name. We'll then click Continue. We'll then see a few familiar elements. Of course, we can change our logo. The most important aspect of this page is going to be that we're going to select our countdown timer. So we're going to click this pencil, and then we're going to select our date. We'll then select what's going to happen when the countdown timer ends. We're going to do a redirect. We're going to go to a previously made page. Once we have that, then we can then click inside of the template, and then our page will then be ready. What we can also do is we can also then edit this event. And so in this case, what we're going to do is we're going to click Edit Click Event. And then we're going to edit the pop-up that will come. And of course, what we want to do is we want to add this person to our email marketing list. So we're going to edit the integration. When our integrations are available, we're going to add an integration. We're going to add in our MailChimp email list. We're then going to click Fields. We're going to leave the fields as is. We're going to click Actions. Once they have opted in, then we're going to send them to a specific external URL. And once we do that, we will then click Save and Close. Then we will have added the individual to our list, and we are now ready to publish the page. So we'll now click Publish. And our page is then ready to be viewed. And our page is now ready. In conclusion, in this course, we have set up all of the major integrations, lead magnets, and account settings inside of Lead Pages. We also set up 4 affiliate programs to promote Lead Pages. We were able to view use of all of the templates and their various categories. We looked at both drag and drop templates as well as standard templates, which are the older style. We looked at specific lead page creation using the lead page wizard. And we looked at each of the 3 wizards, the Generate Lead wizard and the Something Else or Business Page wizard. We also looked at the Sales Page wizard, which gave us access to sales-related templates. Now, beyond the scope of this course were use of the conversion tools as well as the WordPress plugin, but they are available for your use. Hello and welcome. You are now looking at the dashboard of a Lead Pages account. In this course, we're going to take a look at how you're going to use the conversion tools along with all of the templates that Lead Pages gives you. So in particular, we'll be looking at the pop-ups, we'll be setting up alert bars, we'll be setting up opt-in text, and we'll also be setting up trigger links. We will also set up your Lead Pages WordPress plugin. We'll look at Lead Pages along with the third-party integration tool called Zapier. We'll also take a look at setting up a payment gateway for your Lead Pages account. Once we've done that, we'll do a hands-on example of walking through setting up a lead page for your business. Welcome back. And in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to set up the WordPress connection plugin for Lead Pages. And to do that, we're going to go to our profile. We're then going to go to the integrations. And then you're going to click on the plugins link. And then you're going to see the Lead Pages WordPress plugin. What you'll do then is download your plugin. You'll then head into your WordPress dashboard. You'll then click Add New for your plugins. You'll then upload the plugin from your hard drive. You'll then click Choose File. Once you have the plugin there, you'll then click Install Now. Once the plugin has been installed, you'll then click Activate. You'll then want to click this link that says Log in to Leadpages. You'll then sign in to your account, and then you'll be logged into your Leadpages account connected to your WordPress account. What you can then do is click the Add New page. That will bring you to this lead page dashboard. You can then select a specific lead page. You can then decide on what the page will be inside of your WordPress site. And then once you have it, you can then click Publish. And then you'll be able to view your page from inside of your dashboard. And your lead page will then be available from inside of your WordPress site. Welcome back. Now, Leadpages has a number of conversion tools to work with its pages. And so what you can do is inside the dashboard, you can click on Conversion Tools. You can then click this button that says Create a Pop-up. Leadpages will bring this into your dashboard. You'll then want to give your pop-up a specific name. And then you'll click Continue. And what you're basically doing is you are custom designing your own pop-up form for inside of your lead pages. And so if we want to change some of the graphics, we can do that. We can also take out the things that we don't want. And what we can do is we can edit in our integrations. And of course, we add in our integrations. We can add in then our fields, and if there's something that we don't want, we can take it out of the fields. Then we can go to our actions. We can determine what our actions are going to be. In this case, we can lead someone to a specific lead page that we already have, and then we can click Save and Close. And then once we've done this, we can then publish this pop-up form and then use it inside of any of our lead pages. Now we can set up this pop-up in any way that we want. We can set it up as a plain text link, as a button link, as an image link, as a timed pop-up, or we can even set it up as an exit intent pop-up. What we can do then is get the entire code. We can copy this code, and then we can add this snippet onto any custom landing page, any blog post, or anything where we want to collect leads into our email marketing list. So we can use it not only in our lead pages, but we can also use it on other websites. Welcome back. Now, Leadpages also has what's called an alert bar that you can use as part of the Conversion Tools package. So what you're going to want to do is to go to this link that says Conversion Tools. And then you're going to click on this link at the very top that says Alert Bars. And then you're going to click this button that says Create a Bar. Leadpages is going to open up a new canvas. You're going to give your alert bar a name. And then you'll click Continue. Now, Leadpages will give you a basic canvas and show you where the alert bar is to appear. You'll see that this one appears at the very top of the page. What you'll notice is that you can use this one in order to get new email signups. So what we can do is we can click this Edit Integrations, and then we can add in our integration. We're going to add in our email list. We're then going to add in a specific list. Then we're going to go to the next field. We're going to leave this as email address. We're then going to go next to actions. And then we're either going to allow them to remain on the page or we're going to send them to another page. In this case, because we have an alert bar, we actually want them to remain on the page. So we're going to have them remain here, and then we're going to click Save and Close. What you can do then is you can preview your alert bar and how it's going to look on the page. And you'll see then that your visitor will have the ability to close out of the alert bar. Once you do that and you're ready to accept the changes, you can then click Publish. Now you can use this code on any site, and so what you can do is you can copy the code, and you need to place that HTML code before the body tag on any site or blog that you are using in order for the bar to appear. Welcome back. Now Leadpages also has opt-in text as part of its Conversion Tools package. And so to use them, what you're going to do is to click on Conversion Tools. You're going to go to this link that says opt-in text. You'll then get to this page, and then you're going to click this button that says Create New Lead Digit. Now the first thing you're going to do is you're going to choose your country, and then you're going to select a specific lead digit number, and then you're going to set a unique text identifier. You're then going to customize your opt-in instructions message. Once you do that, you're then going to click Continue. What you can do then is you can determine what's going to happen when the individual sends a text message. If you want to register a customer for GoToWebinar, if you want to deliver a lead magnet to the customer's email, if you want to add the customer's email to your email marketing list, you can do that. And then what will happen is you choose the place where you're going to have your notification email sent when an individual takes action on your text. So what the individual is going to need to do is they're going to need to send a text, then they're going to need to use this text, and they're going to need to use this number. So we now have a specific list that the individual is going to be added to. So now what we're going to do is we're going to click Save and Close. And our opt-in text has now been created. What we will do now is we will go and we will test that code by using our SMS system. Welcome back. Now in order to test our opt-in text, we're going to use Google Voice. So what you're going to want to do is to use your Google Voice account or any mobile device or SMS emulator that you have available to you. So what we're going to do is we're going to write in the number that Leadpages gave us, and then we're going to send in our code. Once we have our code in, we can then click Send. You'll see then that the system then responds with this message asking us to respond with an email address. So what we're going to do is we're going to respond with an email address. And then Leadpages then responds to our text with this message, and we are now subscribed to that email list. So you can use your opt-in text for individuals to become part of your email marketing list by using the opt-in text system. Welcome back. Now Leadpages has a feature in its Conversion Tools that will allow you to auto-add people to webinars and auto-add people to certain lists. And this is called their trigger. And to use trigger links, what you're going to do is click inside of these Conversion Tools. You're then going to click this link that says Trigger Links. You're then going to see a blue button that says Create a New Lead Link. Now the link you're actually going to see in step 2 when you've completed all of the integrations. So what we're going to do is we're going to have individuals, when they click the link, auto-added to the webinar. But we're going to start the process by having the individual added to a specific list inside of our email marketing list. What we're then going to do is we're going to click this link that says Integrate with Webinar Host, and then we're going to choose a specific webinar inside of GoToWebinar. So we have one chosen, and what we're going to do then is we're going to then click Customize this link. Now what you're going to see here is that we are then going to click this Save button. We are going to need to first give our link a name, and then we'll click Save. And what you're going to see here in this area is that you're going to see the lead link. And you're going to copy this entire link. And what you're going to do is you're going to send this link out in your broadcast email. What it will do is it will capture the first name and last name and then auto add individuals to your webinar system. And we can customize it for a specific email system. So for example, we can customize this for GetResponse. And if that's the case, then we're going to copy this link and use it in our GetResponse email. So in part 2, what we'll do is we will take a look at sending this email out through GetResponse and then having individuals added to our email marketing list as well as our webinar. Welcome back. So we are now inside of GetResponse. And so what we're going to do is we're going to use this message and we're going to hyperlink in our trigger link. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this information, we're going to hyperlink it, and then we're going to place in the URL. We're then going to click OK. What we're now going to do is we're going to send out this email. So we're going to choose our recipients, and then we're going to send the email. So we now have our email in our email box. So we're going to go ahead and click the link as if we were the customer. We are then shown the thank you page. And our individual has now been added to our webinar. Welcome back. Now in this video, we are going to work through setting up our payment gateway with Stripe. And so to do that, what you're going to do is you're going to go to your profile, and then you're going to go into your integrations. Once you get there, you're going to click on this link at the bottom left that says Payment Gateways. And what you're going to notice here is that there's a button that says to connect your Stripe account. And so you're going to go ahead and click that button. Now if you're already logged into your Stripe account, all you'll need to do is to click this button that says Connect My Stripe Account, and then your Leadpages and Stripe account will then be connected. Once you do that, your Stripe gateway will be connected, and then you'll have it available in order to set up sales pages to take Stripe. That means then that you can go to your widgets. You'll then be able to use a checkout page, and then you'll be able to edit the checkout, and then you'll be able then to use your Stripe connection in order to add a product that you have set up in Stripe. Welcome back. Now in order to use the payment gateway inside of Stripe, what you'd have to do is to click the Orders button. You then need to click on the Products button, and then what you need to do is you need to create a new product. You'd add in your basic details, and then you'd click Save Product. Once this product is set up, you can then begin to use the integration and gateway inside of Leadpages. And so if you come back to the sales page, what you would do is you would refresh the page so that it would begin to look for the product that you have to sell. Once you have your product in place, you can then click Next for integrations. And of course, since you're selling a product, you can integrate your email as well as your webinar. You then click Next. You would continue to collect email and billing information, and then click Next. And then you lead the individual to a specific page after their purchase. You would then click Save and Close. You would then be ready to take payments on your Leadpages account. Now you can take payments using PayPal, but the process is going to be more manual. So if we were to take out this checkout and we were to add in a pay button, what we'd have to do is we'd have to add in an event, and we'd have to go to an external URL. That's where we do our pay button and product setup inside of PayPal. And again, we would generate a link from the email tab inside of the pay button panel. And we would enter that URL in this area for the button. Now, just so that you'll know, this is not an integrated process with Leadpages. However, you can use PayPal on any of your sales pages. Welcome back. Now, if you go inside of the integrations in Leadpages, you'll notice that most of those integrations revolve around email marketing and CRM, or customer relationship management. But you may want to have other applications that you use in the cloud working with Leadpages on an automated basis. If that's the case, you can use the automated third-party system Zapier, which will connect both Leadpages and other cloud-based applications. For example, if you want to use Zoom along with Lead Pages, there are integrations between Zapier and Zoom. Or maybe you use the webinar system, Webinar Jam, instead of GoToWebinar or Zoom, and you want to connect it with your Lead Pages. There are two ways to search to find out whether or not the third-party application you use works with Zapier and Lead Pages. The first is to do a search within Google. You'll want to type in the search Zapier integration, you want to type in Lead Pages, and then you want to type in the other application that you want to connect. You'll then click search. And then typically what you'll find is that there will be a direct page, or you can go to the Lead Pages integration for Zapier where you'll see all of the Lead Pages integrations. Once you get to that landing page, then you type in your application, and you'll see that as you type, those applications that are going to become available will appear to you. Now let's consider a case where you want to connect Lead Pages to Gmail. And there are several different aspects of connection through these two services. Now let's assume that a visitor submits a form on one of your Lead Pages. And what you want to do is you want to create a draft inside of your Gmail account. What you'll do then inside of this landing page, if you have the service, is that you want to then connect. If your Lead Pages account is not connected to your Zapier account, you'll first need to connect it. Once you've connected, you'll then click Save and Continue. You'll then want to choose an opt-in form that's already set up inside of Lead Pages. Once you have that form set up, you'll then click Continue. You'll then continue through the process. You'll then choose your application. Now, what you're going to be doing here is you're going to be creating a draft. So you'll click this box and then click Continue. You'll then need to connect your Gmail account. Zapier will then connect. You'll click Allow. Once you do that, you'll click Save and Continue. You'll write in your details. Once you've done that, you'll then click Continue. You'll then test the process. And once you verify that the test is successful, you can then click Finish. You'll give the Zap a name inside of Zapier. And then once you do that, you can then turn your Zap on for complete automation. Welcome back. We are now going to start a live example of walking through the setup process with Lead Pages. And we're going to start by connecting our autoresponder. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our profile. We're then going to go to the integrations. And we are already connected to MailChimp, but this time what we're going to do is we're going to connect with GetResponse. So what we need to do now is we need to go inside of our GetResponse account and we need to get the API key. Once inside of GetResponse, we're going to go inside of our integrations and API link. We'll then look for this link that says API. We'll generate an API key inside of GetResponse and we'll name it for Lead Pages. And then we'll click Generate. Once we generate the key, we will copy that key and then we'll head back to Lead Pages. We'll then place that key inside the dialog box here and then we'll click Connect. And we are now connected to our GetResponse account. Welcome back. In this video, we're going to set up the delivery of a lead magnet inside of Lead Pages. And we're going to start this process at Google Drive because that's where we're going to deliver the lead magnet from. So what we're going to do first is we're going to create a new folder. And we're going to give this a distinctive name. And then we're going to click Create. So our folder is then listed here. We're then going to open up that folder and then we're going to drag and drop our lead magnet to this folder. Our content is now uploading. And now the upload is now complete. What we're going to do now is to go to our profile. We're then going to click on Lead Magnets. And then we're going to create a new lead magnet. What we're going to do is we're going to paste in the URL from our Google Drive. We're then going to come into Google Drive. We're going to get a shareable link. That link is then automatically copied onto our clipboard. We can then head back to Lead Pages. We're going to paste in our URL. Then we're going to give this lead magnet a name. Now, because Lead Pages is going to send the email from within their email system, we want to write in our sender email as well as our sender name so that when the receiver replies to that email, they'll then send that email to us. We're then going to write in the message that we want the receivers to get every time they get our lead magnet. And once we have our message in, we can then click Save. Our tutorial is then ready to be delivered by Lead Pages. Welcome back. Now in this video, we're going to create an opt-in page as well as the text opt-in. So what we're going to do first is we're going to then create a new lead page. And then we're going to click this panel that says Generate Leads. What we're going to do is we're going to look for a page for a newsletter or a free e-course. And we're going to take one of these templates. And so in this case, we're going to take the one on the bottom left. And we're going to work with this template as it comes into our canvas. So the first thing we're going to do is to give our page a name. And then we're going to click Continue. We're going to work with the template, but in this case, we're going to do away with their logo, and we're going to add an image of our own. So what we're going to do with this opt-in form is we're going to edit it, and then we're going to edit the lead box, and we're going to make sure that it's integrated into our autoresponder. And so we're going to edit the integrations, and we're going to add an integration. In this case, we're going to add in an email marketing service. So we're going to click More Services, and then we're going to click on Get Response. Once our Get Response account is added, we're then going to select a specific list. We're then going to click Next Fields. And we're comfortable just getting the email address, although we may want to then add in that we want the name also. So we're going to write in the first name. Once we've done that, we're then going to click Done. And we're going to switch the order. So we're going to have the first name come up. So you'll see now that it appears first and the email address comes after that. We're now going to click Next. So what we want them to do is we want them to first be sent to the default Lead Pages thank you page. Then we're going to click Save and Close. Once we do that, we're then going to click Publish. And our page is now published and ready for view. We now want to also create a text opt-in. So we're going to go to our conversion tools, and then we're going to go to this link that says Opt-in Text. We get to that place, we're going to create a new lead digit. We are then going to write in a unique text identifier, and then we're going to click Continue. We want to add the person to our email marketing list, so we're going to check that off. We're going to add them to a Get Response list. We're going to choose the list, and then we're going to click Save and Close. And now we can add these instructions to any of our opt-in pages in case someone wants to be added to our list, but yet they only have their mobile device. Welcome back. What we're now going to do is we're going to use the templates in order to build a sales page. And what we're going to do is we're going to click Create New Lead Page, and we're going to go to the center panel that says Make Sales. And we're going to choose one of the high converting templates for our sales page. And we're going to choose this book sales page. We'll first view it. We can view it on desktop. We can also view as to what it looked like on mobile. We'll then choose to use this template. What will happen is the template will then come up into our canvas. We'll then give this canvas a name. Of course, we're going to change out our image. And in this case, we're going to click Add an Image. We're going to upload a new image. We're going to select this file from our hard drive. Once we do that, we're then going to click Insert. Now we are not selling on Amazon, so what we're going to do is we're going to remove this entire section and we're just going to delete it out from our page. We're also going to delete out the testimonials. And we're going to delete out the author section. What we're going to do is we're going to add in a video. So we're going to go to our widgets. We're then going to grab this video widget. And then we're going to add it in over the image for the product. What we're going to do then is we're going to edit the widget. Then we're going to find the embed code. We're going to grab that embed code from Vimeo, paste it in, and then we're going to save our image. So our video sales letter is now ready. So what we're now going to do next is we're going to write in and we're going to change what's being written on this button. And once we've done that, we are then ready to then connect our sales process. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. What we're going to do is we're going to connect our button to our sales process. So we're going to click Edit Click Event. We won't really need the opt-in form that's going to be there. We can delete that form. And then what we're going to do is come down on our left side menu and you're going to see this checkout menu. And what we're going to do is we're going to drag and drop this element into our form. And what you'll notice here is now we have a checkout form. And what we're going to do is we're going to click Edit Checkout. That's going to bring us to our Stripe connection. You should already have your product set up inside of Stripe. So you're going to select the product in your checkout form, and then you're going to produce it here in this dialog box. What you're going to do now is you're going to select a specific SKU. And if you don't see it, you're going to need to refresh your SKUs so that you'll be able to find it and then add it to your form. And you'll see our SKU here. So now when the individual fills out the form, what they're going to do is they're going to be paying a cost of $17. What we're now going to do is we're going to fill out the integrations. We definitely want to have them added to our email marketing list. So we're going to add them to our GetResponse account. We're going to select a list. We're then going to click Fields. Okay, these fields remain mandatory, so we're now going to go to Next. And then we're going to send them to an external URL to get the product they'll be paying for. Once you do that, you can then click Save and Close. And so now your button leads to a checkout form that you have set up in Stripe with your Leadpages account. Welcome back. Now in this video, we are going to add in an alert bar from our conversion tools to our sales page. And so to do that, we're going to go inside of the conversion tools and we're going to create a new alert bar by clicking this link. We're then going to click Create New Bar. Then Leadpages is going to bring the alert bar into our canvas. We'll then need to give our alert bar a name. What we're now going to do is we're going to change the text. So what we're also going to do is we're going to click inside of our email. We're going to click Integrations. We're going to add in an integration. We're going to add in a specific list. We're going to leave our fields as is. And then we're going to remain on this page once the individual has signed up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to publish our alert bar. That's going to give us access to a certain code. We're going to go ahead and copy this code. And then we're going to head back to our sales page. We're going to open up our sales page. And then we're going to go to the analytics section. We'll then go to our analytics. And then we're going to come all the way down to the bottom and we're going to add in the code before the closing body tag. You'll then need to scroll up and then click Save. And once we have our code in place, all we'll need to do then is we'll then need to click Publish. And when we view our page, you'll see our alert bar then at the top of our sales page. We can eliminate the other section and delete it. Once we've done that, we can update our page, and then we can go and view our new page with our alert bar and the space removed. And you'll see our page with our alert bar. Welcome back. Now we may want to have the individuals that signed up through our alert bar added to a webinar. And in order to do that, we're going to go back to our conversion tools. We're then going to go back to our alert bar, and then we're going to edit our alert bar. And what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the place where we edit our integrations. And you'll notice then that we have our GetResponse integration. What we're going to do is going to add in the integration. We're going to add it in from our GoToWebinar account. And we're going to add in a webinar to those that sign up to this alert bar notification. We'll then click Next, then click Next, and then we'll click Save and Close. All we need to do then is edit and update our alert bar, and then those individuals will then be added to our webinar. It's quite possible that you may want to have individuals added to a webinar once they purchase your product. If that's the case, you're going to edit your page, and we're going to go inside of the integrations of our checkout. And what we're going to do is we're going to add in an integration. And in this case, we're going to add them into a webinar. We're going to choose the webinar, and then we're going to click Next. We'll click Next, and then our form is now updated. So now everyone that purchases our product will also be auto-added to our webinar. Welcome back. Now on lead pages, you can always test the effectiveness of one page versus another page. And one of the ways in which you can do that is you can take this sales page that we just created. We can then duplicate that page. We're then going to call this something so that we know it's a duplicated page that we're going to use for a test. And then we're going to click Start Building. What we want to do is to test our system, but we want to see what happens if we choose not to have the alert bar there. So we're going to go back. We're going to delete the alert bar code. We're then going to click Save. Once we have saved our page, we're going to X out, and then we're going to click Publish. And once our page is saved, we're going to close out of it, and we're going to come back to our dashboard. And what we're going to do then is we're going to come to this area and click this button that says to create a new test. And so what we're going to do first is we're going to click Use this page, and then we're going to add in a variation. And we use the variation as the one that we have already created a different success mechanism. Once we do that, we're then going to click Next. And we can decide how much traffic to send to one page versus another page. So what we can do is we can decide that we're going to send more traffic to our control page, or we can decide that we want to distribute the traffic evenly. Once we've made our decision, we can then click Next. And to start the test, all we'll need to do is then click this link that says Start Test. Then Lead Pages will start the test on the basis of the two pages that we have set up, one versus the other, to see which one converts better. In conclusion, we have now done a live example walking through basic and advanced tactics in using Lead Pages. In addition, we've set up more intricate and advanced features. We've set up the WordPress plugin. We've used conversion tools to create pop-ups, alert bars, opt-in text, and trigger links. We also set up our payment gateway through Stripe so that we would be able to take payments on our lead pages. And we looked at third-party system Zapier to determine which applications work with lead pages. And finally, we set up a variation of our page and then created a split test so that we can determine which elements work and which ones don't. So with that, thanks, and I'll see you either in another video or in another course.